I'm about to go on a Skype call with one of Israel's best entrepreneurs to get a little bit of advice, kind of strategic advice about the development of Prospero. I'm super excited because this is somebody that I've been looking up to for years now. She's kind of a super successful woman, started 3 companies and super good with marketing products, so I'm excited to hear what she has to say, and then I'll share with you some insight around how you get super successful mentors to help you out. Alright, that was a wonderful talk. I was glad to get feedback. Some things were strengthening the things that I have already thought, like that fact that we need to focus on one type of customer, do one kind of business model, and just be more focused until we grow the business a little bit. The other thing was a bit surprising. She's a very successful blogger, and I thought that she would encourage me to start a blog for Prospero, but she actually told me that blogging is much harder these days, and I probably have a larger chances for success with Facebook ads, so I think I'll be giving that a try. Anyway, I want to share with you kind of how to get feedback from people who are very successful, established, and usually very busy. If you're too busy to watch this video, here's the very short version of it. The short version is you do not reach out and ask for help, but you provide them with help. You become valuable to them over years. And after you develop a relationship with them, then you can actually ask for help and they'll love to help you out. So here's the bit longer story about how I built my relationship with this entrepreneur. So a few years ago, a lot of years ago, actually maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I used to have a blog here in Israel, and she also had a blog in Israel, and I recommended her blog. I didn't know her, I was just following her blog online, so I recommended her blog to my readers, and she was actually noticing that she got a lot of traffic to her website from my website. So I just helped her grow her blog by sending traffic from my blog. So I think she reached out, or I reached out on Facebook Messenger, and she was like, oh, I didn't know who you are, but I noticed that a lot of people are coming from your blog, so I wanted to see who you are. So that's how I got her to notice me, by helping her grow her blog. And then over the years, I never actually met her. We just every once in a while talked on Facebook Messenger, and then at one point I wanted to get to know her personally, and so I reached out and said, not because I wanted something specific, but I just wanted to, again, form a relationship. So I reached out and said, look, I love eating lunch or breakfast with really interesting people, and I'd love to take you out for breakfast, and here's what I can give you, because why would you want to eat breakfast with me? I can share some of the stories and insight I have while working at this company around marketing and stuff like that. And she said, okay, you know what, let's go out for breakfast. And so we went out for breakfast. It was really fun, and actually I got to share some things around marketing and sales that she didn't know, because I just recently read a new book. So again, I was helpful to her. And actually, I had kind of a copy of a book that I was telling her about free, and I gave it to her as a gift because she was really interested in what I was talking to her. So again, providing value, trying to help out. And then, again, a lot of time passed. This was a couple of years ago. She kept reaching out to me to ask me for help around, finding designers, and, brainstorming with me around design and around, getting UX feedback. And just a couple of months ago, she was asking me, because she has a new startup right now, if I'll be willing to kind of give her UX feedback on her product. So I was willing to do that. Again, it's been like, so probably 4 or 5 years of relationship. I've never asked for a thing. So she was here actually in this office a couple of months ago, and I was giving her feedback for her product. And now, when I really finally at this position where Prospero is growing, where I want to get feedback from successful people, I told her, would you be willing to give me an hour of your time to give me some feedback? She said, sure, no problem, even though she's like super busy, and you know, she's about to give birth, so everything is much more, you know, busy on her end. And the fact that she was like willing to give me an hour of her time just before she's about to give birth, that just means that it was important to her. And so I'm super grateful. But again, it's not just reaching out. And by the way, even for this talk, I did my homework. I sat down yesterday and prepared like a list of agenda for this talk because I wanted to be as efficient as I can, not to waste her time, and the specific thing that I needed help with, to kind of break down the questions with good questions, not just like general. So what do you think I should do? What's your advice to me? Because you want to be super concrete about what you need help with. And so I did my homework, and it was very helpful. So again, the takeaway: don't just reach out to people. Here's my story, please help me out. I know a lot of people are doing this because I get sometimes these type of emails, and that's not a great way to build a relationship, just asking. It's about me. So first, provide value, create a relationship over years. People think that they can find successful mentor in just like next week. No, these things take time, take years to build those relationships. But once you do, they're so valuable that it's just like, that's crazy. Anyway, something that kind of sucks that happened was that on my last video I shared that fact that we're doing translation for Prospero, and somebody kind of freeze the frame on the video and took time to tell me that the translation wasn't good enough quality. So now I'm gonna have to kind of rethink how to raise the quality of all the translations. I'm probably gonna reach out to users who are gonna help me verify that the text is high quality. So that was something a bit bumming that happened this morning, but I'll take the time to fix this because I want this to be super good. This is just crazy. The day that started off really on a sad note, knowing that all my translations are really bad and unusable. I was super depressed, thinking that we're gonna have to postpone the translation version, but I've just sent a message a couple of hours ago to users of Prospero from all around the world, and check this out. There's just so many responses. I get like a message every minute for hours now from like hundreds of people, users of Prospero from all around the world, saying, yes, we want to help you make great translations for Prospero. And it's really emotional for me. It's like mind-blowing how many people want to pitch in. It means that we have a great community, and it's such a great validation that people love what we do and they want to be able to use it in their own language. Just such a great ending for this week, even though I got like 100 emails I need to reply to right now, but I'll probably do that later on today. Just a great way to end the week. Hope you guys have a great day as well, and I'll catch you next week.